Okay. Lay down on the mat as usual. Knees bent if you have any tension on the lumbar spine. Otherwise, the legs straight and rolled outward. Up to you to find your good and comfortable position for your legs, hips, and lumbar spine. Once that you've found this comfortable position, roll your arms outward to have the palm of the hand facing the sky. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist and pull the back of the head away from the shoulders to lengthen your spine. Close your eyes and allow your body to soften. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck, and shoulders, arms, forearms, and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back and your spine, vertebra per vertebra. Relax your belly and the wall abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins. Relax your legs, knees, ankles, and feet. Bring your attention into your breathing cycle and start observing every aspect of your breath. Which part of your body moves the most, chest or belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation. Small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And there too, observe. Is one of the 2 pauses longer? Observe also that your throat remain relaxed and open even during the pauses. Three more observing breaths. At the end of the third, take control and create a long, slow, and steady breath. Observe your breath, your chest expanding with every inhalation and becoming more compact with every exhalation. Observe your belly moving through inhalation and exhalation. Become aware of every small movement of your body. Observe the air entering your body with every inhalation, expanding your body, recharging your body. Observe the air going out through the nostrils, bringing out all your tension, leaving your body more and more relaxed. Breathe deeper and deeper. Your body expand with every inhalation and become more compact with every exhalation. Slow and steady breath. Now focus on your belly. Allow your belly to move a little bit more. Observe your navel moving up with every inhalation and down toward the spine with every exhalation. With every inhalation, your belly expand, your navel move up, and the diaphragm move down toward the hips. With every exhalation, your belly may become more compact. Your navel move down toward the spine, and the diaphragms move into the chest, pushing the air out. Allow your belly to move more and more. Now move your attention to the chest. And still leaving the belly to move freely. Observe the movement of your chest. Your chest expands with every inhalation. The ribs move away from each other with every inhalation. And with every exhalation, the ribs move closer together. Become aware of the muscles of your rib cage working in order to expand your chest. Feel those muscles. Keep a long and slow breath. Keep it easy but controlled. Imagine that with every inhalation, your body recharges. And with every exhalation, your body relaxes. The air enters your body with every inhalation. Your body recharges. The air goes out of your body with the exhalation. And the body relaxes. Use your breath, your deep breath, to recharge and relax your body. Keep a long, slow, and steady breath. And now, still keeping your body as much as you can relaxed, start the Viloma 1 technique. The technique where you add some pauses during the inhalation, and during each pause, you relax your body in order to allow more air into the lungs. So start inhaling, pause, relax. Keep on inhaling, pause. Keep on inhaling, pause. Keep on inhaling, pause. Keep on inhaling till you reach a full inhalation. When you reach a full inhalation, hold your breath for a few seconds. And just before the exhalation, inhale one more time. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, till you reach a full inhalation. When you reach a full inhalation, hold your breath. Relax your body. And just before the exhalation, inhale one more time. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, till you reach a full inhalation. There, hold your breath. Relax your body. And observe that when you relax your body, you allow more air into your lungs. 4, you can inhale one more time. Exhale with a soft exhalation. Again, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause till you reach a full inhalation. Hold your breath, relax your body. And exhale with a long and easy exhalation. One more time. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause till you reach a full inhalation. Hold your breath. And inhale one more time. Exhale with a long exhalation. And now go back to a normal breath. Allow your breath to flow freely. Observe your breath becoming lighter and lighter. Observe your body. Moving just a tiny bit now. You don't need much. And there, bring your feet close to the buttocks. Put your arms in cactus pose. If it's not too much for your shoulder width, because otherwise you can just leave it next to the hips. Up to you to find your position. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground. Tilt your hip backward and lift your hips just a tiny bit. Stay there. Observe your thighs stretching gently. Squeeze your butt. And observe that activating your buttocks can help you lift your hips just a tiny bit more and stretching a little bit more your thighs. Relax. And one more time, inhale. With the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground, tilt your hip backward, lift your hips, activate your buttocks. Keep the hip tilted back to help you stretch your thighs. And gently go back down. Lift your feet now and bring, without using the arms, bring your knees close to the chest as much as you can. Close to the chest. Now, allow the two knees to drop to the right. The left shoulder can lift up. Turn your head to the left and stay there. If keeping the arms in cactus pose is a little bit too much, you can straighten your arms to the side. Now come back to center. Keep the knees quite close to the chest. And allow the two knees now to drop to the left. The right shoulder can lift. Turn your head to the right. And stay there. Again, if it's a little bit too much for your shoulder, Ruth, you can just lower your arms down. Good. And back to center. Okay. Now roll completely to the right. Push with the left hand and sit up. Okay. Sit on your heel on the back of the mat. Knees as wide as the mat. Belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine, both on one side. And on the other side. Okay, now put your hands down on the ground, not too far from your knees. Inhale. With the exhalation, tilt your hip backward. Push with the hands against the ground to round your spine, to stretch your back. Inhale. Tilt your hip forward. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist. Push the chest forward and look right forward. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch your spine. Gently, easily. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch your spine. Okay, one more time. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch your spine. Okay, now lift your torso. Bring the two knees together. And now I want you to move the two heels closer together. So usually when we sit over the heels tilt out. Now I want you to move the two heels as close as you can. So it's a different feeling. We're gonna stretch different areas of our feet. Stay there in 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, lift your torso and your hips. Okay, now, left feet forward. Keep the left leg straight. If you want to, you can always take a folded blanket and just put it under the knees, just a bit, to have a bit of comfort. Now, check your hips. When we have one leg forward, usually the hips tilt forward on that side. So just to keep the hips parallel to the short side of the mat, you can either roll the right leg inward and the left leg outward, or you can push the left leg a little bit back. Once that you have the hips aligned, put your hands on the waist, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, and gently start tilting your hips forward. Keep the thighs active. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Sternum lifted. 3 breaths. Remember that your maximum is where you can still breathe comfortably. And really gently come back up. Change leg. So, left leg right under the hips, right leg forward. Keep the right leg straight and active, especially the thighs. Hands on the waist. Tilt your hip forward. Keep your spine straight. And observe the back of the leg stretching, but in a gentle way. Keep it easy, keep it gentle. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, really slowly come back up. Okay. Now, left leg forward again. Now, still with your hips as much as you can, parallel to the short side of the mat. Hands on the waist. Bend your left leg. Push on the hips as low as you can. Keep the belly in. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, straighten your left leg and change leg again. So, left knee right under the hips, right leg straighten in front of you. Keep the hips squared. Bend your right leg and push the hips as low as you can. Keep the belly in to help you tilt your hips backward, and therefore stretching a little bit more your left groin. Keep the sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, face soft. And back up. Now, if you want to, if it's hard for you keeping the balance, you can move next to a wall, because we're going to do something really similar to what we just did. That is, we're going to move in this position, then putting your hands over the left knee, you tilt your toes, the right toes back, and you straighten your leg. So it's a little bit harder to keep the balance, but it's not that difficult, I think, for you. So left leg forward, bend your knee. Now, I wanted to check to have the left knee right over the heel, or a little bit back. Put your hands over the left knee, belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Tuck your toes under, right toes under, and straighten your right leg. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, lower your knee and change leg. So again, if you feel a little bit too much tension, pressure on your knees, you can always put a folded blanket under knees. Now, check the alignment of the right knee. Put your both hands over the knee, the right knee. Tuck your left toes under and straighten your leg. 3 breaths. Push your heel back, left heel back. Okay. Now, straighten your right leg and walk up. Okay. In the middle of the mat. Big toes touching, heel gently apart. Tadasana. Simple Tadasana. Tilt your hip backward. Lift the sternum. Shoulder blades down. But gently. Remember that in terms of the energies, if your body is soft, the energies will flow. If you find a really still position, really stable but too stiff, then the energies won't flow as much. So find a comfortable position, still keeping the asana. Push gently the back of the head up to the sky. Like you want to lengthen the whole spine. Keep the belly in, sternum lifted, shoulders down. And now close your eyes. And keeping your eyes closed, just observe. Observe the small movement that you have. Your body is moving, and it's 100% normal. The body moves to the right, to the left, front and back. But observe. If you stay a little bit more toward the right side or left side, the front of the feet or toward the heels, become aware of your normal position. Don't control it, not now. Open your eyes and lift your toes. Spread your toes. And lower just the big toes. Stay there. And observe the activation of the muscles under your feet. Just doing so. Lift the toes. And back down, just the big one. Lift and lower the big toes. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Just the big toes. Doesn't seem to be that hard. That's good. Just keep on doing. Now, keep your big toes down and move just the pinky one down, but the three in the middle, keep the three in the middle lifted. And even there, observe the muscles working under your feet. Now, all the toes down. Roll the arms outward, really gently. Lift your arms parallel to the ground. Okay. Lower your shoulders and stay there. Don't move. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, still keeping in this position, close your eyes and observe the natural movements of your body. Lower really gently your arms. Now, put your hands on the waist. Bend your knees like you want to sit on a chair, but it's not there. So keep on bending your knees, moving the chest forward, but moving the buttocks back in order to have the knees roughly just over the toes. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd, really slowly, come back up. Now, widen your legs. Roll the right leg outward and the left leg inward. Left feet roughly at 45 degrees, belly in. Observe that when you move the hips backward, so belly in, you may feel some stretch and some tension, some work around your right hip. But become aware that you may feel something also on your right knee. So still keeping the tilting back movement of the hips, bend your right knee just a tiny bit and observe if the knee is aligned or not. If your knee moves inward, and move from the outer side of the knee to the outer side of the hip to align your knee between your feet and hip. This is the priority. Even though when doing so, most likely, your hips won't be as aligned with the side of the mat. This is not important. The priority is to be safe on your joints. So, from the back of the knee to the back of the hips. Now, straighten your leg again without compromising the movement and the safety of the knee. Belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Now, straighten your arms to the side. Tilt your hip to the right. Activate your thigh to avoid any hyperextended knee and slowly start moving to the right. Imagine that someone is pulling your right hand forward, that is to the right, but also the left hand back to the left. So both arms move away from each other. When you reach your maximum, without moving your chest anymore, allow the right hand to drop down inside of your right knee, right leg. Move the left shoulder back, like you want to twist your chest. And gently lift the left hand up to the sky. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. If you have no tension on the neck, you can look at your left thumb. Otherwise, just look in front of you. Stay there. Keep the legs active. And really slowly come back up. Beautiful Trikonasana. Turn on the other side. So left feet pointing to the left, right feet at 45 degrees. Belly in, and there too. Observe. Observe if you have any tension, any work on the hip and on the left knee. There. Bend your left knee just a tiny bit and align the knee. You know how to do it. But in case, you can also, kind of gross way, you can also roll the leg outward. It's a little bit too much, maybe, compared to what we did before. Because when doing so, you will turn completely also the hips. So it's a little bit less conscious. But for the safety of the knee, you can do it that way too. Once that you have your knee aligned between the feet and the hip, straighten the leg without compromising the safety. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Tilt your hip to the left. So start stretching the back of the left leg a little bit more. Activate your left thigh in order to avoid any hyperextension of the knee. Straighten your arms to the side. And then start moving down to the left. But imagine that both hands are pulled out. The right hand to the right, left hand to the left. When you reach your maximum, allow the left hand to move inside your left leg. Push your right shoulder back in order to twist your torso. Lift your right arm up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And if you have no tension on the neck, then you can tilt your head to look at your right thumb. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, really gently come back up. Okay. Now, Tadasana again. Big toes touching, heels gently apart. Tilt your head backward, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, back of the head, away from the shoulders, like you want to lengthen the whole spine, the whole body. There, close your eyes and observe all the muscles that you just activated. Observe all the muscles that you use in Trikonasana. Observe where you have felt some stretch. Open your eyes again. Flatten your legs again. Turn your right leg outward, left leg inward. Same thing. Belly in. Observe hips and knee. Bend your right knee and align the right knee between the feet and the hip. Okay. Now, still keeping the belly in, so without compromising this movement, leave the sternum, move the shoulder blades down, relax completely your arms. Stay there, 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, start walking back with your left heel, left feet. And bend your right knee a little bit more. Belly in. I want you to feel the stretch on your left groin. We're not using the arms, so you're just focusing, you can just focus on your legs. It's not the end of the world. And now, just for 3 breaths, move back with your heel, left heel, in order to have the right thigh parallel to the ground. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, straighten your right leg. Move the 2 feet a bit closer and turn to the left. So the right feet at 45 degrees roughly. Left feet pointing forward. Belly in. Bend your left knee and check the alignment. Once the alignment is good, stay there for 3 breaths. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, walk back with your right feet or forward with your left one, whichever is comfortable for you, to lower a little bit your hips. Don't go already on the final position. Find a middle position, 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd one, lower your hips in order to have the left thigh, as much as you can, parallel to the ground. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, 3 breaths. And come back up. Tadasana again. Close your eyes and go inward. Check all the muscles that you used in this 3 different variations. Maybe you could feel some muscles around the feet, ankles, legs, hips. Just become aware. Okay. Now, hands on the waist. Gonna do something similar. Right leg forward, left leg back. Check the alignment of the hips. So just like we did before, you can either push from the back of the knee, from the outer side of the right knee to the outer side of the right hip, or just roll the right leg outward, whichever is fine. Push with your toes down toward the ground. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in. Tilt your hip forward. Activate your right thigh. And just move with your chest roughly at 45 degrees. So a little bit less than usual. But I want you to focus on the muscles that you are working on your legs. So it's not just the stretch of the leg, but also the strength of the legs. Several muscles are there to give you stability. Visualize it. And really slowly come back up. Change leg. So left leg forward, right leg back. Check the alignment of your hips. So the hips parallel to the short side of the mat. Hands on the waist, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in. Push your big toes down and start tilting your hips forward. But stop roughly at 45 degrees. So less than usual. But observe all the muscles that you are working, that you are using. And there's variation. Big toes down, sternum lifted, face soft. And gently come back up. Right leg forward, left leg back. Bend your right leg. Belly in, so tilt your hip backward. Push your left heel down. And observe that as soon as you start pushing your heel down, still keeping the belly in and the hips tilted back, you may feel a good stretch on your left groin. Hands on the waist, so we're not using the shoulders. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Belly in, a little bit more. Okay. Change leg, so left leg forward, right leg back. Check the alignment of the hips. Belly in. Bend your left knee. Check to have the left knee at maximum, right over the heel. And start pushing the right heel down. Belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Stay there. Stretching your legs and change leg again. So right leg forward, left leg back. But now I want you to walk back with your left feet. Bend your right leg. Push your left heel back. Keep the sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Belly in. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, straighten your right leg and change legs. So left leg forward, right leg back, big step back. Check the alignment of the hips and bend your left knee. Put your right heel back, belly in. Stretch your right groin. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, straighten your left leg and back in Tadasana. Find your Tadasana position And close your eyes. Observe the feelings, the emotions. Observe the muscle that you used. Use this position, that's Tadasana, to feel yourself. To feel what you worked on. And while staying in Tadasana, try and put your attention on your belly. We didn't work on the abdominal muscles, not that much. But you may feel a sort of heat, warm temperature on your belly from the inside. Become aware that you may experience that when you work consciously on your legs. Legs are connected to the third chakra. So the third chakra is a fire chakra. Therefore, when you use consciously your legs, you may feel some heat around your third chakra. May or may not, maybe not today, but be conscious that you may have it, may experience that. Open your eyes. Lift your toes, but keep your big toes down. Now I want you to lift also the outer edge of your feet. Stay there. Observe the position, when you use this variation, observe the position of your lumbar spine and hip. Now, still concentrating on that area, so lumbar spine and hips. Allow the feet to drop down. Normally, relax it. Now, I want you to move toward the edge of the feet, so lifting the inner side of the feet, and observe hips and lumbar spine. Back down, lift the outer side. Back down, lift the inner side. And back down. Now, put your hands on the waist. I want you to squeeze the two legs together and tilt your hip forward. Go to your maximum. When you reach your maximum, you can allow the arms to drop down. Keep on squeezing the two legs together. And observe the feeling that you may have on your lumbar spine and on your hips. Hands on the waist again, and lift your body up. Now, I want you to move the two legs, the opposite of squeezing. That is, now you squeezed your legs together. Now I want you to kind of open the two legs, kind of spread the two legs. The feet are not moving, but I want you to experience a different activation of your legs. So again, hands on the waist. Move the two legs away from each other, tilt your hip forward, go all the way down. When you reach a maximum, allow the arms to drop down, keep on moving the two legs away from each other, and observe the difference between the other variation. The tilt, the hips can tilt a little bit more with this variation, but the feelings on the legs are completely different. So it depends on the flexibility of your legs. It can be harder or easier. Put your hands on the waist again and gently come back up. Widen your legs a little bit more. Bend your knees and create circles with your hips and lumbar spine, both on one side and on the other side. Okay, now, Tadasana again, but now I want you to find a Drishti. Lean on the left leg, lift the right leg, open the right knee to the side and put your right feet in contact with the left leg. Keep the left leg gently bent. Belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Keep the arms completely relaxed. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, roll the arms outward and lift your arms. But Ruth, if you feel a bit your right shoulder, keep the arms relaxed down. It's not a problem. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, lower your arms and legs. Lean on the right leg, lift the left one. Open the left knee to the side, put your left feet in contact with the right knee. Keep the right leg, keep the right knee gently bent, belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths with your arms completely relaxed. At the end of the 3rd, if you don't feel any tension, breathe on the shoulders, so listen to the messages of your body. Roll the arms outward and lift the arms up. Keep it soft, keep it easy, keep it gentle. 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd breath, lower your arms and leg. Okay. Turn your feet outward. Lift your heels. Bend your knees and go all the way down. Okay. From this position, allow the chest to move in between the legs. Allow the 2 knees to open to the side and relax your spine. Lengthen your spine. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, drop down and prepare for Shavasana. So take everything you need to be comfortable in Shavasana. Bolster, socks, fleece, whatever is comfortable for you. But try and keep the head aligned with the shoulder blades. So try not to put a folded blanket or a pillow under your head. Keep the spine as much as you can long, pushing the back of the head away from the shoulders. Relax completely your arms, hips, legs. At the end of Shavasana, I'm going to chant the mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I'm going to guide you out of the pose. Till that moment, just relax. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Slowly start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Gently stretch your body. Bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before pushing with the left hand to sit up comfortably for the count of 3 on. Keep the spine straight yet relaxed. Put your hands in Chin Mudra or Inanna Mudra. Keep your eyes closed. Relax your face, your throat, neck, shoulders, arms. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.